Fulvinak, and welcome back to another episode of Radio Ramble.
FM96, and we turned a little bit older this year.
Yeah, the aura.
CFL, the aura of FM96 turns 4-0, and with that we're introducing a 40-year-old. Miri.
Oh my God.
Do you want to die? Can I say it with a smile? Do you want to die?
We have Miri, the famous Miri, who's here with us.
We've gone through a couple of FM96 personalities from the yesteryears. So
Greats.
The greats, you know? So just to add to those greats, we've got Miri. If you remember, she was on the F96 breakfast show with Tony and Miri. Her laugh was one of the most iconic laughs of those years.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we're just gonna let her introduce herself once again. So go ahead, girl.
Hi everyone, I am Miri from FM96. Yes, I used to say that before. That was so, but I have to mention that without there is no Miri without a Tony.
Right.
You know, and he should be here. But as everybody knows, Fam Bam, he's a superstar on TikTok. So I'm not good enough for him to be here right now.
Oh dang.
But yes, from FM96 breakfast. Wow, that's crazy. I did 7 years on FM96 breakfast.
Right.
So that's from 2009 to 2016.
Yeah.
Don't say I'm old because I'm only 4 years older than you.
Period.
Okay? I have to say that because the way he's making me feel like I'm ancient.
Honestly.
There was one person who came to her. I used to listen to you when I was in primary school, and she was like,
Yeah, get away from me!
Okay, one special thing about Miri that I always have admired is the fact that she was probably the only FM96 personality when I joined that didn't audition. I'm gonna need you to tell us that story.
Wait, is there anybody else that has been handpicked?
I think there was one.
No!
But it's because they applied to another department and then they were told.
No, that's rejection because they're.
See?
Clocked it.
Yeah. Well, back then, Tony was doing breakfast with Aliti.
Right.
They were there I think they just had taken over when Merv and Nisao had also moved on.
Yeah.
And so I was doing Beat the Bomb with Rips Big Bear. So I called that morning and then I played and I said my name was Tali Swan.
Of course you did.
Because I did, because back then I didn't want the church people to know.
Right.
FM96. So I played it, did a little bit of Akachi to Aliti and Tony. And so I don't really remember the concept and all. But then when I came to pick up my money, then Tony's like, what's your ID? Your ID is not, coinciding with the name that you gave. And I said, oh yeah, it was a fake name. But we can't do that. We have to give I was like, oh crap, they're not going to give the money.
Yeah.
And then he said, okay, now the GM wants to see you. And I was like, what? I mean, real trouble. I said, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. I don't know my real name.
Tali Swan here to see you.
So then I remember Tony brought me down to studio. He asked, what are you doing with your life? What do you think about radio? And I was like, what?
Is
this
on?
real? I said, do you want to play? And I was like, are you telling me the truth? And then he said, yeah, the GM wants to see you. So Ian Jackson at the time. So then he called and he said, he wants to see you now. So I went to his office, talk. And then I remember Amelie was on maternity. So Ian Jackson, I'll never forget, he said, when does Amelie get back? Oh, she's still on leave for a week or so. I said, okay, she starts tomorrow. So I was like,
oh my God.
So then I started training with the late Marie Stewart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Marie was just an amazing teacher. And then from there, I did, back then, was it called Saturday Night, not Live Fire? I forgot what it was called.
Wire.
I think before that, the name of it before, Saturday Night Throwdown or something like that. Right. Yeah.
Goodness.
So I used to do that.
Yeah.
What was that supposed to do?
Throw down.
Yeah. So after that, then later on, then I got the part to play with Tony. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
To play with Tony as you need to playing competitions or something?
No, to be on air with him.
On breakfast.
Sorry. Did I use the right term? Play? No, on air with him.
To join one team.
No, sorry. Yeah, that's when I started doing breakfast with Tony. Yes.
Besides being a privileged child, I'm so scared of you.
And yet you continue to provoke me.
Honestly.
It's in my nature. Well, okay, we want to know the little itty-bitty secrets. So we found out about Mervs and Naisa. We talked
And their
to
party houses, the flats that they used to go to.
Because you're a church girl, we wanted to know, what's one thing that you curved the company? You know, like some little trick that you did that now that you're out,
you can laugh about it.
What do you mean by curve? Like get into mischief?
Yeah,
or
mischief.
Stuff?
Whole lot of mischief.
Like probably something that you did that like to this day the company doesn't know about.
Okay, guys. Okay. I remember. Okay. So it was the old, like the FM96 now they have like the new technology and stuff. Before it was called, what is it called? The console. Yeah. So it was, oh my God. So it was on a Saturday. It was not on breakfast, but I was doing Saturday morning. I don't know what was going through me, but there was one song that I liked. I think it was
definitely a Rihanna song.
No, it wasn't. It was Classic by MTKO.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it was going, so I was playing and I was drinking coffee. And you're not allowed to drink coffee there, right? Okay. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to tell this. No one knows. No one knows this. I spilled the coffee on the console. It right into it. And I heard that. And we went off air. And I panicked. I was like, oh my God. And I don't know whether they told us the truth or not, but they always said that there was a camera. But people said it was a fire thing. I panicked. I ran to the bathroom. I took the toilet paper and I went and opened it up and I soaked it. Like it was all soaked with coffee. And to save myself, after I did it, I called Phil.
Right.
Phil went downstairs and I said, something went wrong. Oh my God. And then he came back on. And then he came and he checked. He's like, why is it wet at the bottom? I was like, I think I spoke off. I was just dancing over here. Oh my God. But he opened the console and I was like, I'm dead. I'm getting fired. And he looked like it was dry. Yes. So that was something that I did. I was like, oh my God. So I just told myself, if the thing goes bad, they can't like trace it back to me. But it went good. So I think that whole toilet paper really soaked everything up. But I'm not kidding. It was, the whole cup went in and I heard that. Yeah, so I was like,
I'm interested in what kind of dancing were you doing? Because that's a pretty
dancing. I don't know, something is wrong with me.
No, you feel it, especially Saturday morning, right? You need some
I was just trying to hype myself up.
I feel like to this day, Phil is probably wondering, okay, what went wrong?
So
and like now he probably knows. So
please don't let him watch this.
It's so funny because they just recently replaced the console.
Yeah.
So that means maybe that kept it, alive all the time.
Let's hope so. Let's just believe our Delulu at this point.
Because there was a rule, like you get fined if you have an open cup. And I've known this rule for the longest time.
Yeah.
Well, just be clear that it was Tony used to drink a lot of coffee. Yeah, I'm throwing him under the bus.
Keep the man.
Yes. And he always tells me not to hey, you're not supposed to drink that. But he'll come in with his cup of coffee. So then I'll be like, okay, since he's doing, he won't get angry at me.
Exactly.
So we'll be drinking. And just before all the bosses come in, then we'll take our cups out.
Wipe the tables and everything. Love this.
I just love how all the secrets are just coming out one by one.
Yeah, because I don't work anymore. So I can just spill.
Okay, when I was in F96 when Miri was here, I remember she trained me to be the music director.
Wow.
Oh my gosh,
which was crazy because what? But I learned a lot of things from her, and this is one trick that she taught me. I don't know if you still do it, but like when a song comes out, she'll never watch the video clip.
Right.
She'll always listen to the song first. Because the video clip might spoil the song for her. Because the video clip might be...
That is so true.
Really?
Yes, that's so true. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Sometimes the video clip is just so crappy.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like if the song is good and the video clip is good, you'll love it. Like, for example, the one that I was so into at that time, one time was Chris Brown's New Flame.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was like...
Yeah.
And also, I think Chris Brown's... What's his other one before that? With
Loyal.
Loyal.
Yes.
That one was like... But now I don't approve of it because I'm a mother. Back then, Chris Brown. Like Tawana was so into Chris Brown.
She still is.
She still is.
We tried to DM him to say happy birthday to her.
Yeah.
6 months of our efforts just went down the drain. He didn't respond.
So I think we have to keep trying for the next birthday. But has there been anything else when you were working in media or like in radio that you've taken with you that has like helped you or that has like, influenced the way that you approach life in general?
Well, because I've always been very chatty and all, but one thing I really like about radio is they teach you how to tell a story like straight to the point, less than 2 minutes or 1 minute, because
Yep.
you know, women, we can go around the block, you know, we are like so detailed. Men are so just like black and white. We will give all the gray areas.
Yeah.
So I learned how to tell the story short, like straight to the point.
Right.
But I struggled when I was on FM96 Breakfast with Tony, because Tony was so sharp.
Yeah.
And like his wakachi was so spot on.
Yeah.
That I felt blonder every morning, because he was so good at what he does. I mean, you guys know, and now when you see him on TikTok, it's like he's got the gift of the gab.
Yeah, he does.
But it was great. He was very patient with me. Like patient for 1 week. Yeah. I will say that, because I remember he was like, "That's your story."
Oh, dang.
Yeah, if you change it. But then we started to gel really well, but he'll just come like, "Whatever, you want, okay, set." Like we wouldn't even practice.
Right.
So it just went straight into it. But before, when we started, he'd be like, "What is the story first?" But then as it went on, he was like, "You got one? Okay, set after the song." Just like that.
Right.
So, okay, I got one. And then we just whack it on air, like no scripts or anything, and then just feed off each other's energy.
Yeah.
We love the whole breakfast, like the energy, because Penny and I did breakfast for a bit before she abandoned me.
He has a better.
What was
I'm sorry.
your hype up song? Because there are days where clearly waking up in the morning is pretty stressful.
Yeah.
And you're down, and there's one thing that we do
One song? Okay.
that's just bringing you up. So what was yours?
Here. Everybody knows that I was obsessed with Rihanna. So there was a point where I was calling myself Miriama.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
love it.
So you have like on the computer, you have like the beds where you make your own songs and you could put it. So I had every single Rihanna song on there. And you'd have it about don't touch, don't delete at the bottom.
okay.
So the all other personalities would delete. And so every morning, let me just say this, Tony is always late.
Oh, receive.
I always caught transport because I was one tamari mamangi.
Yes.
So we had to be misers with our money.
Even though you
Tony
live
was
like
rich.
You lived like a hop, skip, and a jump away from work.
Yes. So Tony would rock. So now I'm gonna throw Tony on the bus because he's not here, you know. So he used to rock up at like a 6:15. His latest was 6:30.
Oh,
You know,
right.
he's Tony. So I used to like hype up my song with Rihanna song, all Rihanna song, like We Found Love, You the One, really fast songs. My favorite Rihanna song was Disturbia.
Right.
So I used to play that. He would come into the studio. He would play T-Pain. I hate T-Pain so much with a passion. Like I never liked him, but he would play it and he would rap everything.
Oh, my
and
God.
Tony had his moments, like he'd have his Tupac moment. He introduced me to Tupac.
Yeah.
Right.
All his rapping, but all the time, the base of every morning was T-Pain.
Tallahassee
Boy,
Pain.
I really do not like T-Pain. And I still today, every time I hear the T-Pain song, I turn it off. Turn it off.
PTSD, Gala.
But that's his favorite thing. So he was so into T-Pain. That's why at the 2014 Tantra Kahani, he had like the Superman logo with a T. Like I feel like he wants to be modest and be like, okay, that's Tony. Nah, it was T-Pain.
It was for T-Pain.
I think it's his alter ego. His alter ego is Tony T-Pain or something. Maybe. I'm saying Tony. Yeah, maybe. Okay, don't come. Sam Bounce. Don't come after me. Okay, don't come after me.
Russia in the comments.
Okay, so in FM96, your decision to leave and like every position that you held in FM96 when you were there, would you be able to just walk us through that, like the timeline and like
Your journey
everything?
Oh my
that happened?
gosh, that's a lot of, anyone who works at CFL, I really like it is that they want you to grow in, different areas. I can't give a timeline, but I was doing breakfast and then I do reception. I was working under Total Events Company for a while, with Showcase, Tantra Kahani. And then, apart from like being an announcer, you have to make sure that you learn how to MC, right? You're at the street party, Showcase, outside of broadcast. I don't know what you call it now.
Yeah,
something
LCEs.
else. LCEs.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it is. Like you were able to go to every place. The only place I didn't touch was sales because Doris. I'm just gonna say that Doris. I don't think she thought that I had it. Maybe she saw me spill the coffee on the console.
Maybe.
So she's like, nope, not Mary.
She's gonna spill coffee everywhere.
Yeah. I have to see the Doris. Doris is very different.
When she said Doris, she was like, Doris.
Yes, that's all we can say.
That's all we can
Yeah,
say.
because Doris is such a marama and like You just have to be like, it's Doris.
For like in radio, who were some people that really helped you along the journey besides Tony? You know, the Tony.
Right.
So, are there any other characters that just help shape the Miri that you are today? Or
Okay, let me say something before we go over that. The Chawana you see today is not the Chawana that was there. Okay, we
true.
know the real Chawana, the old Chawana. Chawana, I mean, she deserves the spot that she is right now on FM96, hands down, because there's no one ever as passionate as Chawana for her radio, for her show and all that. But Chawana and I used to get into so much trouble.
Yeah.
Like, we used to party together, and then that's how, like, Amba is called the Diamond because Rihanna's song Diamond. So we used to do like Diamonds. I'm not going to do it because some people will just be offended by it.
Right.
But yes, so like Chawana she was really good. Like, she taught me about passion.
Right.
Like, because I remember anyone who did the Tonight Show with, like, she didn't like it.
Yeah.
And if they put this, like, they dropped her standing, she didn't like it because she was really huge with the prank calls that she used to do in the 2000s. But she taught, like, when I saw her and her passion about her show, that really taught me, okay, I gotta be more passionate about breakfast. You know, this is my show. Like, own it.
Yeah.
Hers was like about owning it. Yeah. So Chawana, I give credit to. Another one is Charles Taylor.
Yeah.
Charles Taylor took, what do you call this? You know when they play your recordings and then he talks back and he tells you, what do you call that? Music check? Air check, sorry. So Charles used to take us on air checks all the time. And he was like, I don't know how he could sit there and listen to us. But one thing that was so good about it, he was very encouraging. It's like, oh, I like this part.
Yeah.
I like this part, but maybe you could do this better. And Tony, you're probably, Tony again. Too much you know, try and get rid of that, you know. So same also with me, Miri, you're repeating this and you know, my famous line that I'll do is like, you know, like, you throw in some words.
Some crutch words.
There you go. And so Charles was really, really good at that, you know. So I looked up to Charles for that. And I really appreciate that he did air checks. And I think as a radio personality, even a TV personality, you need someone to always check, like, okay, you're like faltering here, you could do better.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, and Amelia. Amelia was very good. Like, one thing I liked about Amelia is, like, she'd be listening. And if she heard it was good, she'll come straight into the studio. She'll open the door and be like, yo, Miri, I like that. That was really good. Man, keep it up.
Yeah.
And you need a boss like that. So Amelia was an amazing boss in that sense. But Amelia, you in trouble. You did not want to see Amelia. She would fight for her team. Like, she will fight for you and all, but you were in trouble. You got to own it. Take responsibility.
Facts. We actually had her on one of the episodes.
Yeah.
And we had asked her, okay, what's something that you did that you would have probably gotten in trouble for, but nobody knows about it? And she was like, I can't think of anything because I was a goody two shoes. Like, I was too much of a,
we wanted the tea, and she just didn't
she was just like, I'm sorry, but I followed the rules, and I feel like that was me.
But you know what? I can attest to that.
Yeah.
When I was under her leadership, because she was so good at what she did. Like, she deserved to be the program's director.
Right.
So maybe the only people that you could ask are the people before she became PD.
True.
So you should ask Merv, Naysau, and all those people. Maybe they might have some juicy
That's where
info.
the tea is. That's where the tea is. Anyways, actually, I wanted to ask if you could do this for us. There is this thing that you always say when you are signing out from your OBs. we call it LCEs now, but back then it was called OBs, outside broadcast. And there was one like iconic line that you would always say when you, and I feel like we need to have that moment.
Okay, but you guys have to close your eyes because I'm gonna start laughing.
Closing my eyes.
Okay, let me see. Okay, where am I reporting from?
You're reporting from Roops Big Bear in Nakasi.
Okay. And it's their what? Diwali sale or something?
It's a Diwali sale.
Oh my gosh! Maybe I should like hide my face. No, but guys, don't look at me. Don't look at me because I'm gonna burst out laughing. Okay.
I promise.
Okay, who? Of course. Okay, I'll see. I'm talking for you, Penny. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So we're here, and the sale continues from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Get your Diwali specials. Everything that you need is here under the sun, from the kitchen to the living room. Everyone in the family can get something here, so make sure you come on down. Reporting here from Roops Big Bear Nakasi, it's your lady mama, Miriama.
Period.
That's the shot, bro. That's the shot, bro.
That's the moment.
Oh,
yes.
it is. I just had one question. I think that's going to be it for me. But leaving FM96, leaving the media life to become a mom, like, Do you some days like you think to yourself, you'll catch everything your children want to do? Because we're a pretty mischievous bunch.
Yeah, that's true.
And do you think you're going to be a strict mom because of that?
I think I'll be a more understanding mom.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that. Because my mom, like, if we're going back in generations, like, my mom was very proper Christian woman, I was the black sheep. I just went straight into the Vura, touched the world and back. So like, and so I know, because I've experienced that for so long that now when you have a child, it's like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Please do not repeat what I did.
Right.
But I'm so grateful that now it's like, okay, I'd want to have a relationship with my children where they're like more open and be like, okay, I'm doing this, and I'm like, oh, please don't go there. But you're 18, so you can make your own decision.
Yeah.
So I think I'd be more understanding now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Do you ever think that one day your kids are gonna,
Venture into the media life?
venture into the media life, or find one of your recordings and be like, nah, that's not you, mom. Like, mom, nah, that's not you. Do you fear that day, or are you happy that if they find it, they'll be like, oh, that's my mom?
No, I think when they see the recording, they'll be like, Mom, is that you?
Yeah,
Is
definitely.
that really you? You are that cool? What? You were wearing that? Yes.
That's crazy.
So I'd like that for that instead of like, you, Mom. I think it'll be more like, man, what happened to you, Mom? You're so boring. No.
Never.
Apricot jam.
Plum jam.
Sorry.
Yes,
Plum
get it
jam.
right. Get it right. Anyways, thank you so much,
Did
Miri.
he's finished already? Tony, where are you?
Thank you so much, Miri, for having us with you on Radio Rambles. And make sure you let us know who you want us to have next.
Tony, where
yes.
are you, Tony?
Yes, calling on all the fam bams.
Yes, calling to
Period.
come here.
And we'll see you in the next episode of Radio Rambles.